Alright, we're in day 1 of cake construction right now, and that starts with the turtle heads and the sewer cap. We're going to be using fondant to make these pieces, and if you don't know what fondant is, it's basically edible Play-Doh, although it's not that appetizing to eat, but it is edible, so you won't die from it. Anyways, as you can see, I'm dividing the fondant into different sizes that I think I need for each color that I need. For the green heads, I'm adding in Kelly Green food coloring, or the food gel that you get at Michael's, and I'm just kneading that until it's all uniform. Once it's all uniform, you can get a better picture of how much green you still need. Just add it in the center and just knead it again. Now after a while, you're going to notice that it's going to be a little sticky. That's why I have some powdered sugar standing by, that way it helps with the stickiness. Once you get it to about this shade of green, you can now divide the fondant into about 4 equal pieces and begin rolling them out. Before we proceed with the rest of this, I forgot to tell you guys that your hands like that, yeah, that's going to stain for about 3 or 4 days. Either use gloves or you just have to pull through with it like I do all the time. It's not pretty, but it's worth it. Now that's out of the way, let's start making the leader, Leonardo. Take one of the balls and form the location of the eyes with the fondant tool. And then with a small knife, cut an opening about ½ inch away from where you form the eye location. Next, take a chunk of fondant and color it blue and form it to a rectangle to form the bandana. After that, we're going to drape that fondant on the location of the eyes. Speaking of eyes, we're going to take 2 small spears of fondant and place them on the bandana and make dots in the center of them with the help of an edible marker. Once he looks like this, you can do the same thing with Donnie and Mikey. We'll leave Raphael for last. You'll see why in a second. But we are going to color a little bit of fondant pink with a little bit of red and set it off to the side. Next, take that marker that we used earlier and start coloring the inside of the mouth that we made on the turtles. Now you can take a little bit of that pink fondant and place it inside of the mouth to form the tongue. Once you do that to the other turtles, you can now add more red to your pink fondant and finish Raphael. And look at that, you have all 4 turtles. The sewer cap is a lot easier to do. You just need to add enough black food gel in your remaining fondant until it turns gray. After that, you can just flatten it and drape it on an 8-inch cake board, and you're basically done. And now off to day 2. Day 2 is just baking the cake. I usually just make a box cake for these more elaborate designs, but you can use whatever you want. As long as it fits a 12 by 18 inch cake pan, you're good. As you can see, it's the next day and I'm just trimming off the top of the cake. That way when we turn it over, it'll lay flat. Just like that. For my buttercream frosting, I start with 3 pounds of salted butter and I add in about 4 pounds of powdered sugar. Once they're combined, I add in the vanilla extract and the milk. Sometimes the powdered sugar makes it taste a little grainy, so I add enough milk so it doesn't taste so grainy. Once the consistency is right, you're ready to place it on the cake. Just like the sewer cap from before, add just enough black food coloring until it looks gray. That way we can transfer it to an icing bag with a number 789 icing tip. Start with the corners first and then add the rest of the icing to the top of the cake. Now all you have to do is even it out with an offset spatula. It looks good, however we still have to let it chill in the refrigerator for about an hour or so. That way it'll be sturdy enough to put the pieces on. After a couple hours you can see that the frosting is set up, so now we can place the turtles in a little semicircle and add the sewer cap on top. And boom, our Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cake is complete. I hope you guys like this new series that I'm trying out called Lendy 101. In between Kitchen Life episodes, I'm going to be posting these more elaborate how-to videos. If you have any suggestions for what you want me to make, it doesn't even have to be cakes, but it could. Let me know in the comments below or on Twitter at TKLOJared. Until next time, I'll catch you later.